Did you know that your artwork can not only reflect the world, but transform it? It's a great day to be alive and an artist. My name is Matt with the Hat, and today we are going to talk about hope. We are going to talk about change. We are going to talk about compassion in your art. It seems to me that there is a slew of people that are angry at the world. And I'm talking about from any side of the political aisle. It's anger. We want to change this because anger is powerful. Anger gets things done. It is a motivating emotion. And so often artists that are facing a moment or a time that is particularly scary, they go, I'm going to show things as they are. I'm going to reflect society. I'm going to show the hatred that is coming out of people's mouths. I'm going to expose what people are thinking on the inside. I'm going to have characters in a play express it on the outside. And this is a very important function of art. However, a bigger motivating force will always be hope. It will always be showing people the future that we can believe in. What happens if we show cultures in a united way? What if our art does that instead of reflecting back the lack of that? I want to be clear that reflection is important. However, the creation of hope, the creation of a better tomorrow, that is just as important. When we say that hate attracts hate, we can also say that love attracts love. Forgiveness attracts forgiveness. Compassion attracts compassion. A lot of what I've been talking about in my most recent videos have been about exploring the emotions that we don't want to look at. In times of darkness, showing people the light is sometimes the most important thing to do. Sometimes when things are testy, we have more power in showing the example of how things should be versus how they are right now. I think a lot of artists in particular right now are probably drawn towards anger, and that's okay. Embrace that, follow that, do that art. And I want to challenge you to create hopeful art. I want to challenge you to look for good in this world. It is just as important to show people doing acts of kindness to other people as it is showing people in power abusing it. And often when we are faced with a society that seems to value the domination of power, we don't realize that it's compassion and love that is the opposite, that it is art that is the opposite, that it is beauty. So maybe sometimes instead of showing, I don't know, a cop acting in a violent way or in a corrupt way, which definitely needs to be exposed, by the way, maybe sometimes showing someone giving someone flowers and telling them they're amazing, maybe a hug, maybe doing things in opposition to what society seems to be moving towards, right? We can focus on the bad, and there's some good in that. There's some good in saying there is this injustice. But the real work, in my opinion, is when we say, and look at the good and focus on how much better we feel when we stop demonizing our neighbors. Look at what happens when we start to see all of the giving that is happening with people towards homeless, instead of just saying the homeless are being driven out of places. With your art, you can remind everyone of our basic human decency, our basic human kindness, and that act is just as revolutionary as satirizing a political figure. That act is just as revolutionary as pointing out the flaws. It may be more revolutionary because we all have a sense of goodness within us. And if we start to focus in on the good, our art, instead of reflecting, will move us back towards that good in the world. I hope this is helping you. You are amazing. I love you. You are courageous and strong. Keep making art and have a beautiful day.